Bonang, I respect you. I respect what you have achieved. We respect your brand, but girl, let's keep it real. We're sleeping with the biggest stars in Africa. How does that serve you? Unless you're telling us that it was those biggest stars that made you who you are today, and that's messy. That's really. What's up, my fabulous felines? Did you miss me? You know I missed you too. Young, famous, and African. Yes, everybody has something to say, including my humble self. We all have something to say. Why I'm taking so much particular interest in this reality show is because it's not scripted as other reality shows out there. It's very little. It's really very little scripted, as we can see in the storylines. Because some of us have been following some of these celebrities. I'm, of course, as you know, I'm Nigerian. By the way, do you like my necklace? Do you love it? Do you like it? I'm just trying to keep the African vibes today since we are talking about all things African. So I might as well, try to inculcate some African, fashion into my style today. I hope you like it. And of course, my makeup, you like. I have a new look today, as you can see, courtesy of so many things, but particularly Nina Fabulous Supreme Coverage Powder. Link is in the description box. Don't forget. So now let's get down to business. This is serious. Okay, I'm not going to be one of those. I'm not going to come here and make fun of whatever it is that it's going on. That has happened in this show so far. There are some very, very serious issues that we are raised in this show, and I really want us to talk about it. Okay, I like to always keep things as real as possible because these, as much as they are celebrities, as much as we've seen them over the years, at least those of them from my own part of the country, as well as some that, like Bonang, for instance, there's a new introduction into the show. Some of us have also known about Bonang for a while now. So there are a lot of very serious issues that they are touching here, which of course affects our everyday lives as Africans, as Black people, and as human beings as a whole. That is just basically why I am talking about this show, because I don't just like to come out here and just make fun of whatever people are going through, because like I said, they are human beings. They have blood running in their veins, and a lot of young people look up to them. When you look at their followers, they have a combined followers of well over 100 million, and that's a lot. That whatever they say, whatever they do, does influence their followers and influence their fan base. And as you know, a lot of their fan base are young people. So we have to be careful what we teach these young people out here today, what to emulate, what to do and not what to do, because whether we like it or not, these people do have a very strong hold on their fan base and how their fan base think, how they live their day-to-day life, how they talk, how they want to be in, how they aspire to be like them, at least status wise in society. So I want to throw some light. I want to like talk about a lot of things that we also should be careful of. We're seeing this happening in their lives, but it's also having a bandwagon effect on our everyday lives as well. As Black people and as Africans, and also their fans anywhere they may be around the world. I specifically want to touch on about 4 or 5 characters on this show, personalities on this show. The first person I want to talk about is, of course, her issue has been on since season one, which kind of like blew up the show because it wasn't what we expected. What we see on social media is a different picture than what we are seeing now here on this show. We are seeing her so happy. We see her on social media so happy, so accepting of the situation. She's flashing so many beautiful outfits and designer bags and all that, and everybody, like I said, they have a very strong fan base and everybody wants to be like her, and that's Annie Dibia. However, season one really put in a lot of insight into what she's really going through. And after the show, her brother came out, accused her of being an abuser of a substance, can I say that? A substance user. So which she, through her reps, she denied and all that and all that and all that. And everybody felt some great level of sympathy for her. And her husband, Two Baba, now known as Two Baba, now had to like step up and also defend her to some extent. And we also saw a continuation of this as he appeared consistently in season two to kind of like support her, to be her rock. But that didn't seem to change whatever emotional baggage that she carried that she brought into season two coupled with the scandal of a whole new baby once again, which kind of like broke her more. And she came on Ndile's radio station and to talk about it and try to debunk it and all that and all that. And I really hope that she gets the help that she needs. Coming on this show with so many issues with her and Swanky Jerry. At first, she said it was Frankie Jerry that was the the bad guy in whatever situation she was going on, what she was having with him. But we later on found out that she was actually the one that was not the such not so nice person in this situation. And it really, really made everybody, from the way Swanky was behaving, really made people see that, could Annie be acting like the victim when she's actually the aggressor? you know, because Swanky made a lot of accusations about her behavior outside work with her personal, the way she relates with those around her that are not, business related. And, Ndile was trying to be, again, be a hypocrite because he has his own issues, which we'll get into. But I really wish the producers allow them to really trash it out for us to see. But I know that they have, brands they want to protect. They don't want people seeing the ugly side of them. But I really want people to like really understand that these people, they are human beings. Just because you think they have everything, that everything is still not enough for them. They still want more. Like, I think that's basically human. That's human nature. And it really showed Annie in a very in the light of being an aggressor. The way she was calling, uh, Swanky a child, 1 year of fame. That was below the belt. That was really below the belt. For me personally, I've noticed Swanky's work, and I think his work is really amazing. I think he's got the talent, even on himself. I think he does dress himself well most of the time, although the accessories could be a little bit too much. But I think he's a very good stylist. I believe he has. I personally believe that he's someone to watch in the future. He's making his fame. He's making his name now, and he's still going to be around 10 years from now, 15 years from now. Who knows? Even 20 years from now, I still believe that Swanky has a lot to offer the fashion industry. So when Annie, you make that statement because of the kind of fame and success that your hobby have gotten. I don't know about you, but by virtue of you being associated with Tu Baba, that has also what has put you on the limelight. But personally, for me, Annie, I know you more as Tu Baba's, long suffering girlfriend now turned wife, more than the actress that you say you are. So please, let's keep it real here before you start running another person's talent down. Okay? That's that. Now that's aside. Now I also want to talk about whatever is going on with Zari, Platinum, Diamond, and whatever, however it is they are choosing to manipulate whatever it is they are doing with other people that are getting in the mix of whatever they are doing. um Diamond is who he is. Zari knew this. Zari walked away from that and moved on with her life, and revealed in this show that she has another relationship, which he is planning to have a child with this man in this relationship. Diamond himself is still there for the two children which she bore for him, and he's doing what he knows how to do best, and that is to play the game. Because why? He is a black, young, successful, famous businessman stroke artist brand. So naturally women will gravitate towards him. That's just the way it is. It is the way it is, what it is. And he was able to capture somebody's attention in this show, a newcomer called Fantana. She's a Ghanaian artist. She said a Ghanaian dancehall artist who, of course, is attracted to Diamond. It's just the way it is. Women are attracted to success, powerful men, provider men. It's just the way it is. And Zari, I tagged you as the MVP in season one because you carried yourself so well with your issue with Annie Idibia, and I really wanted to see that consistency in season two. Like I said, I watched this show, and I'm talking about this show because I do know that it is not as heavily scripted as other reality shows. So I know that what is going on here is really real. It's not a game. It's not, oh, come and sit down and say this. Oh, let this one be the villain. Let this one not be the villain. No, it's very, very real what's happening with all of you guys. And the world is watching. The world is watching. And when you have that opportunity to talk, and you to be, in the midst of these gatherings you have, either on the boat or for bonfire or whatever it is, and you begin to, you are a woman well into your 40s, and you begin to start acting like you are not comfortable, you are not comfortable with seeing Diamond move on, doing what he knows how to do best. You begin to bully a child, because as far as I'm concerned, a 25-year-old and a 45-year-old, there's really nothing you guys are fighting over. There's really nothing you guys are fighting over. But Zari, you made it look as if you are fighting over somebody who you let go of. Okay, and you let the whole world know that you let go of him because of this lifestyle. So I'm really disappointed why you choose to do this. I don't know, maybe the producers wanted you to keep jabbing at her. So I thought. But when we all saw that social media meltdown a few days ago, we knew that this is real. Okay, this is real. How you feel? You are really bothered. You are really bothered about this decision he made. But however, you are not carrying it as you should, because you say now that you are okay. Now you have announced that you are married. Okay, you are married. You are about to have a child with your new husband, but you are still showing us signs that you still have feelings for your baby daddy, your baby daddy, your ex lover, and your baby daddy, and that in itself is very disturbing, because you are now a married woman. And Fontana revealed a lot of things in her clapback on social media, that you are the primary breadwinner of that situation. And this is why the main reason why I'm doing this video, because you see, you have to understand that if you are dealing with a man, especially a black African man, they everybody wants him. Everybody wants a black African man that can provide. Every woman wants him. Every woman is interested in him. And if you have washed your eyes with soap and water and you say you want to let go of that relationship, please let go of it and don't look back. Because what you're going to meet in front may not be as rosy as what you have left behind. And that's exactly what is happening to Zaria right now. You are with a man who Fontana accuses you of you being the primary breadwinner in that marriage. And if it is true, you are obviously acting it. You're obviously acting it. You're acting like it. You're acting like you still can't let go of Diamond, because he is a provider guy. He's a man that provides and obviously protects. So you obviously can't let go of it. It's a problem for you. That's why you are pressed when you see him doing whatever he's doing with Fontana, because you're not in that position anymore to attract those kind of men, even though he is a younger man, but a very mature minded one. So women have to understand this, and that is why we're going to talk about Bonang. When the situation came up, and I've forgotten the Tanzanian guy's name, came up, and he was talking, but I'm going to put it on the screen anyway. And he was talking to Fontana, expressing his interest to be with Fontana, believing that Fontana is closer to his age group, so they would, it's easier for them, and with less. And he has, of course, he has no kids, so he obviously has no baggage. He felt that, it will only make logical sense for him and Fontana to get together at that bonfire meeting. And Fontana was like, no, I'm, all that and all that. When Zari was throwing jabs, oh, she's with Diamond now. She's with Diamond now. Yes, they had a thing, but you don't have to, embarrass. You don't have to, make the whole situation look very, very awkward. And he made a very, very valid statement. He said a woman has a time, and whether women would like to accept it or not, it is what it is. A woman can't, just pop up. You can't just, get pregnant with at the drop of a finger at the age of 50 plus. She has to have a lot of assistance for that to happen. And in a lot of cases, it doesn't happen. You understand? And he's interested in, moving on, having a family, having a relationship with Fontana. And we tried to explain to her, this is reality on ground. And Bonang, you just jumped out there. You started screaming. She can sleep with any man she wants. I have slept with some of the biggest stars in Africa. Yeah, Bonang, you said it yourself. You have slept with some of the biggest stars in Africa, but and we don't see those biggest stars or hear those biggest stars breaking down your door to wife you up, do we? Hmm? Do we? Hello? Sorry, can you speak up? Do we hear you? So let's keep it real here. And that is the stage in which Zari is also, where you find yourself not being sought after anymore after a certain age bracket. And it's painful. It's a bitter pill for her to swallow. And also it's also became a very bitter pill for Bonang to swallow as well. That was why she went wild. Because he was saying the obvious. No, no, Bonang, I respect you. I respect what you have achieved. We respect your brand. But girl, let's keep it real. We're sleeping with the biggest stars in Africa. How does that serve you? Unless you're telling us that it was those biggest stars that made you who you are today, and that's messy. That's really messy. So you coming out to say that that's really messy. That's beneath you. I personally didn't expect that from you. I thought you should know better, but since you don't know better, and if by any means you meet this video, please take it with all good faith. Okay, I'm not saying it to run you down or make you feel bad, but it is what it is. Likewise, Zari too. Zari, I love you. I love you. I'm also a big fan of yours. Like I said, you are my MVP in season one. But let's just keep it real here. I really hurts me to see, the after effects, the whole social media blowout. You know who you are dealing with. Okay, you know who you are dealing with. He came and told you something before he left back to Tanzania, and on and on his private jet, jetting him out to Tanzania, he calls up Santana to come and do some damage control and still let her know that he still wants to hit that. And you saw that, and it upset you, and you went out on social media, which you shouldn't have. And that's what, like I said, that's some of the primary reasons why I'm doing this video. Ladies, it is what it is. In urban Africa right now, women are earning a lot, as much as men, if not a lot more than men, in some parts of parts of some major cities in Africa. It is what it is. And we grew up seeing our fathers and grandfathers, or even both, having more than one wife. And these are what these young men also grew up experiencing as well. And they see these fathers who only had one wife not living as long as their fathers or grandfathers who had more than one wife, not being happier, you understand, than their fathers or grandfathers who had more than one wife. And you don't expect them to be monogamous when those men who were those fathers and men who were monogamous didn't have anything to show for it. They lived shorter lives. They were less happier. They didn't have even the money wasn't even coming as much as it was coming for those men. They didn't have as much money as those men who had. So they are just, all they're just doing is replicating what they grew up seeing. And until ladies accept this reality, that if you want to date, a man of means, you have to contend with other women that are going to be in their lives, either officially or unofficially. So Annie, kindly take note. So when Tubaba says what he's saying on that dining table of a man just wants to fuck, however, wherever, that's a cold hard reality for a lot of these men. A lot of these black African men, that's a reality. Walking out of that table is not going to change it. It's still going to do it either in front of you, at the back of you. There was an event which he was invited for. Okay, club event which Tubaba was invited for, and I was also invited for that event. And he came there he was accompanied there with another woman, and he was all chummy with that woman. I didn't say that he was having anything intimate with her, but he was chummy with her. And I took a picture with him, but I hope I can find that picture. I'll look for it. If I can find it, I'll also put it up in this video as well. And it is what it is. So it is what it is. So let's not come, you guys don't take your business out on social media and start trashing it, for everybody to hear. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Let's keep it real here. How many men under 40 or under 45 or under 50 are making that kind of money you guys are making? So it's a blessing, both for the men and the women. It's a blessing. So you have to understand that certain blessings come with certain challenges. It just depends on how you manage those challenges. Okay? Because there are people that don't have as much money that are facing bigger life-threatening issues than what you guys are facing. So let's try to keep the peace. Okay? So until next time, you stay safe, remain blessed, know that I love you all. Bye.